Welcome to a series that is taking so much longer than I anticipated. I'm Naanless. Enchanté. I'll be expertly and professionally retelling the tale of these lovely individuals. Mainly this guy, though. But before we do any of that, a quick recap. The party found some shiny keys and portaled into Harassment City. The gang mercilessly tracked down an old friend and helped her see the error of her ways. And finally, they got hardcore bullied by the middle class. Alright, recap over. Let's get into it. After having been straight up ignored by an actual evil deity, the party head down to the flesh markets to blow off some steam. That's when they lay eyes upon major threat number... 5? It's daughter of Baphomet, Hebzamira. She's currently visiting the flesh markets with a succubus sporting wings of fire by the name of Shamira. The party, having not yet recovered from their non-consensual acid bath, lay low and watch from the shadows. These two seem to be mass purchasing slaves. This matches with the rumors that Hebzamira is currently running a mass recruiting campaign for her mining operations. The gang managed to overhear that the purchased slaves are being sent to a place called the Harem of Ardent Dreams. This seems to have been the last purchase on their list, as they both leave as soon as the transaction is complete, and the party sigh in relief that they survived yet another encounter with an evil deity. They dust themselves off and explore the local slave boutiques. Two Aasimar slaves catch Bagunga's eye. Their heavenly blood makes them a target for that extra malicious treatment. So as a mercy, Bagunga purchases them and sends them back to the Nexus to simply vibe until they can return to Galarian. That's when Bagunga feels a tap on his shoulder. It's invisible Socothbenoth. He says he's currently hiding from his ex, the demon lord, Lady Nocticula. But he really wants to talk to the party. So he points up and tells them to climb the nearby building. Using their patented anti-classist techniques, they do so, and find that Bagunga's closet is somehow on a roof in the abyss. This is, of course, Socothbenoth's doing. He wanted to ensure that Bagunga never misses another council meeting. How thoughtful. But that's not all he wanted to share. He reveals that he may know the location of the second part of the Lexicon of Paradox. He states that it must be where Arilu Vorlesh is currently living. Luckily for the party, she happens to live right here, in the Abyss. In fact, she is Socothbenoth's sister's roommate. His sister being the demon lord, Lady Nocticula. When asked how they're supposed to enter this demon lord's palace, Socothbenoth needlessly mentions the copious amount of incest he's indulged in, and says that the party will have to build up a reputation, one that would spread their name throughout the city and get the attention of the higher-ups. The ultimate goal being a direct invite to Nocticula's palace. Alright, the party now have a clear task to work on. They thank Socothbenoth, and they return to the Nexus for a well-deserved nap. During their downtime, Darande and Bagunga spend time nurturing their relationship, in a way that my notes only describe as but Sexoman Booba Pog. Once they're done making God cry, the party return to the middle ring and meet a surprisingly unslaverized Aasimar named Ladverg. He explains that because of his holy lineage, he is constantly under threat of death, but he remains in the Abyss to attempt to rescue all of his enslaved people. Sensing that Bagunga has at least a fragment of a moral compass, Ladverg begs him to purchase any Aasimar slave and send them to his house for protection. What a nice and noble individual. Truly selfless and deserving of respect. One tiny little thing though. He only seems to purchase women Aasimar. And when the party told him that they had already sent a couple slaves to the Nexus for safety, he seemed kinda disappointed. I'm sure it's fine. It's probably nothing. Before the party can fully ignore those giant red flags, they're suddenly attacked by assassins sent to kill Ladverg. It seems he managed to piss someone off with all of his cringe good deeds. Without any added prodding or torture, the last remaining assassin reveals that their boss's name is Red Mask, and that she hangs out at a bar in the lower ring. The party shudder at the thought of returning to the poor people area, but this Red Mask must be confronted. Entering the bar, they're surprised to see that she's also an Aasimar, but she's clearly been lightly skinned and tortured in the recent past. She explains that Ladverg is an evil, vile creature that has been buying every female Aasimar he can find and somehow torturing them worse than the demons ever could. Red Mask happens to be one of those tortured souls, but she managed to escape and is now seeking revenge. The party might be morally depraved at times, but this is way over the line, so they agree to help her get revenge. Ascending to the middle ring, the party makes sure to dust off all that pour off their coats and head straight to Ladverg's abode. Once confronted, he admits to the heinous crimes he was accused of. He gives the classic predator excuse of, "It's a sickness, bro. I can't help but horrifically maim others, bro." Realizing that the party is about to beat him to a bloody pulp, he retreats back to his secret torture chamber. Red Mask and the gang follow close behind.
Retreat is not an option. This is not my time yet.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Before I describe what happens after this fight, I want to say that what is about to happen is unbelievably fucked up, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But the shiny trickster button did show up, and he kinda deserved it. So, looking down at the beaten and subdued Ladverg, Bagunga's weird, dark trickster mind comes up with a solution. He must feel the same pain and fear that he made those countless Aasimar women feel. So why not simply accomplish every single Egg IRL user's wet dream and simply switch his gender? Red Mask loves this idea and enthusiastically gives the green light. And here's where it gets really fucked up. Once his gender switched, the party leave Ladverg in Red Mask's hands. She decides to bring him to the Thousand Delights, a local demon brothel, and I'll just leave it at that. All other Aasimars in Ladverg's collection are sent back to the Nexus, and the party rests easy knowing that any other Aasimar slave sent to the flesh markets will be tortured by someone other than Ladverg. Well, that was a dark series of events. Let's brighten things up by going to the Battle Bliss Arena. So the gang sign up to fight for clout and glory. But mostly clout.
The rules are simple. 2 groups enter, only one leaves alive. After you've proven your mettle, you will be able to challenge a member of the Nahindrian League. If you're victorious, doubt it, you will be given the honor of joining this club of bloodthirsty psychopaths. Feeling feisty? Want to sign up? Either speak to event organizer Irmangaleth or his partner in crime, Zerklix. Alright, enough. Let the show begin. So stupid. On this side we have... wait, is this correct? It is. Alright. On this side we have a bunch of Galarian mortals. And on the other we have some pathetic dime a dozen trash fire methods. Wow, whoever set up this fight really didn't think much of these mortals. Anyway, fight! The mortals easily snatched this victory. Oh, what's this? I'm getting word that due to the sheer embarrassment of facing methods on their first fight, this group of mortals has been dubbed the Method Slayers. Ooh, hope that one doesn't stick. Anyway, it's time for the next fight. The Method Slayers versus... what? Why? Okay, the Method Slayers will get the honor of facing off against the Nahindrian League's very own Flayer siblings. point.
You won't survive me. Your performance is lacking. You are lacking. I'll split you in half.
Cover me, alright? Can't you just die already?
Victory for the Method Slayers! What's this? Ermangaleth himself has showed up to congratulate them.
Having defeated the Flayer siblings, Ermangaleth deems Bagunga worthy of the Nahindrian League. He swiftly and forcefully puts a collar on Bagunga. Before the legendary rock can react, the collar knocks him out cold. He wakes up in what seems to be a barn. His companions are nowhere to be seen. The only thing of note is Ermangaleth standing over him with a big smirk on his face. And that's where I'm gonna end it, because, well, that's all I got. If you happen to have extra time on your hands, consider checking out my friends, the Discord channel, and the Naanless Shorts channel. All links in the description. And as always, please like, sub, and realize that art has peaked with the creation of this outro.